Herdling is a really interesting adventure game from the studio that made the Far games, and it's all about guiding a group of these big fluffy creatures called calicorns through a world that has seen better days. What makes it stand out is how it handles the relationship between you and these animals, because you're actually taking responsibility for living beings that trust you completely. You start as the small hooded character and you find your first calicorn with a bucket stuck on its head. You help remove it, tame the creature, and give it a name. From there, you're basically shepherding this animal through different environments. But the cool thing is how the herding actually works. You can't just click where you want them to go. You have to position yourself behind them and gently guide them in the right direction. It feels much more realistic than most games where animals just magically follow you around. As you explore, you find more calicorns that need help. Some of them are stuck under debris, others are sleeping, and some are hurt and need food. Each animal you rescue gets added to your growing herd, and they all have different personalities. The younger ones are more playful and energetic, while the older ones move slower and seem more tired. You can name each one whatever you want, and they seem to become genuinely attached to you. The world you're traveling through is pretty mysterious. It starts in what looks like a rundown city full of trash and abandoned areas, and then moves into more natural environments like forests and mountains. The game doesn't use any dialogue or text to explain what happened here, so you piece together the story just by seeing the world around you. But it seems like these calicorns got separated from where they belong, and you are helping them get back to their natural habitat. One of the main mechanics is feeding your herd. You find these plant-like food items, and when you feed a calicorn, they become more colorful and healthy looking. If you don't feed them, they stay kind of grey and sad. You can only carry one food item at a time, so you have to plan out who needs it most. There are also these campfire spots where your whole herd can rest together, and these moments feel very cozy with all your animals sitting around the fire. You're also dealing with environmental puzzles where you need your calicorns to help push objects or open paths. Some areas have dangers you need to navigate carefully to keep everyone safe. You can lose calicorns permanently if you're not careful. The game puts real weight on your decisions because they feel like actual creatures depending on you. The art style looks beautiful with hand-drawn looking environments. The music is atmospheric and the whole presentation is very peaceful, even though there's this underlying sadness to everything. The story seems like it's building toward reaching some kind of destination high up in the mountains, but the journey itself is really what the game is about. The herding mechanics force you to really pay attention to each individual animal and work with their behavior, rather than just commanding them around. It's basically a game about trust, responsibility, and companionship set in this beautiful but melancholy world, where you're helping these displaced creatures find the way home. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.